Shalom. We're going to just give it a few minutes before starting. I hope everybody is doing well. All right. All right. Shalom, family. Shalom to everybody coming in. Shalom. All right. Shalom, everybody. Okay. No, True Royal is not here. And I do have to apologize for the late start. I got to doing chores around the house. And I got so caught up in doing chores, I turned around and looked at the time and I was like, oh my goodness, I should have been on 5 minutes ago. So then I just jumped into gear and made my way to my computer so that I could start the live stream. Boy, when you get caught up in something, it is very easy to forget about time. That's exactly what happened to me. Okay. And plus, I had worked on my videos for tomorrow, and I just got to post a link to those that are my patrons and also my channel members. That's who I always give that to. And I have to take the time to do that. I'll do that after I'm done with this. Shalom, everybody. Shalom to you. Yeah, there's a lot going on, especially up in the heavens. And now I understand why it's so chaotic on this planet. It now makes sense when you start looking at certain things. So, I did see what you wrote. Black Israelite soldier brother, Josiah Israel. Here's the only problem I have with what you're saying. We don't even have all of our books. We don't. So to say that there's no planets, we don't even have all our books. The Catholic Church and these folks that have been oppressing us forever, they got our information. We don't know whether there are planets written into books we never seen. You can't go by what we have. We don't have everything. So no, I can't agree with you on that. Now, if we had all of our books and you said, oh, well, there are no planets, that's one thing. You're saying this without even having every book that these Gentiles have stolen from us. I mean, even with the Apocrypha, we still got tons of information that's missing because they never want us to piece together who we are. So I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you when you say there are no planets. What are you basing that on? Are you basing that on information that you have without having all of it? It is way too many things hidden from us for us to come to that kind of conclusion. That's all I'm saying. And we don't know how much is missing, especially when you hear things like there is 53 miles under the Vatican stocked with all kinds of things that's been there for centuries. We don't know what's in those 53 miles that belongs to us. We don't know that. We haven't seen that information. That information probably hasn't been seen on this earth for well over 500 years or longer. We don't know what those 53 miles under the Vatican holds. So it can hold many things about the universe that we just don't have at hand right now. No, the Bible is not all the truth we need. Our Heavenly Father gave us all kinds of clues on this planet about who and what we are, and it's not always going to be in the Bible. That is not true. That is not true. What are you basing it on? You don't have all the information. Okay, so if that's the case, then tell me what the Vatican have in those 53 miles under it. What do they have that they're hiding from us? What do they have? Since you're so sure we got everything, then tell us what we don't have. What's in those 53 miles under the Vatican? What's there? Get your crystal ball out and tell me what's there. And you can best believe all of that stuff belongs to the Hebrews. All of it. Well, we got more than 80 books. I mean, if you look at Enoch alone, what does it say? He wrote over 700 books. So if he wrote over 700 books, then how would we just have 80 books? You know, all of those apostles and they wrote books. How many books did they write? Do you know that for certain? Is it just the one chapter you're looking at, or did they write way more than? I'm willing to believe they wrote way more than that. Our forefathers were scholars. Okay, they were scholars. And if they're at scholar level, why would they just write one book and that's it? That doesn't even make any common sense. They said our men were so brilliant, they could write a book of hundreds and even thousands of pages in one day. If they could do that in one day, why would they just write one book and then just stop at that? Come on. Come on, really? Really? And these men had the ability to write history before it happened. These Gentiles, they can't do that. They can't do nothing that resembles it. So if they could write history in advance and they could see everything before it happened, why would they just write one chapter in a Bible and then move on? They would never have done that. They would have put out an abundance of information throughout their entire lifetime. They would have done that. So no, I don't believe that. In fact, you're making the apostles sound dumb. Oh, well, it was just the 80 books they wrote, and that's you making them sound stupid. Shoot, our people were beyond intelligent. Our intelligence couldn't even be matched. I'm not talking about no landing on moon. What are you talking about? Why are you going out in left field? Who the hell is talking about landing on a damn moon? I'm talking about the information that is missing, and we have no clue to what it says. I don't give a fuck about no landing on no moon. Who landed on the moon? A bunch of Edomites? I don't give a shit about that. Don't talk to me about that. Talk to me about what Israel did. Don't talk to me about no moon landing and it was just a bunch of Edomites that landed on that moon. I don't want to hear nothing about that. That landing on the moon don't concern us. So please don't bring that argument up. That's ridiculous. If you want to talk about that, go to Esau and talk about that. They were the only ones involved in that mess. So if it's fake or real, that's on them. That has nothing to do with Hebrews. I hate when people do that. Oh, well, you know, the landing on the moon wasn't real. Was any Hebrews involved in that? Then don't talk to me about it. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, you know, I mean, let's move on because this is ridiculous. I can tell y'all are a bunch of amateurs. You're a bunch of amateurs. I'm a damn old lady and I can argue you under the table over all those points you made. I'm a woman, an old woman, and I can still argue your ass under the table. That says a lot right there. Thank you, Salome Perry, for the super chat. Well, we are attached to the universe because the universe is all melanin. If the universe is melanin and we're melanin, then there's your connection right there. We're not just tied to this earth. We know this earth belongs to us and our Heavenly Father gave it to us. We know that. But the whole universe is part of who we are too. We never had to be in one place. Even when you read your Bible, if you want to stick with your Bible, our men traveled everywhere. They were everywhere. And just look on a map at some of those places they were in. Those places were not close together. I'm not going to be judged on anything. And you're going to be judged too, brother. I'm not going to be the only one on Judgment Day standing before the Most High getting judged. Your ass is going to get judged too. So you can't even scare nobody with that. You're going to have to be judged as well. That stuff don't scare me. The only one I fear is my Heavenly Father. When I get in front of him, yes, I will be scared. I'm going to be judged just like everyone else, and your ass is going to be under that same judgment too. You never lose sight of that. Is that all you got? You can't do no better than that? What you think this is? What, you led a perfect life yourself? I doubt that seriously. All we can do is the best we can while we're here, under the circumstances that we're in, and repent and pray and keep gaining knowledge while we have the chance to do it. That's all we can do. You can't do nothing but that yourself. So what the hell are you talking about? Some damn judgment. You're going to be judged too. I mean, this is unbelievable how you came in here like that. Nobody is above judgment. So when you sit on your ass talking about you gonna be judged, like you ain't gonna be judged too, Negro, please. Okay. No. It's okay. No, you know what, Video 99? We need to address these things because let me tell you something. These kind of guys are going to keep coming at you that way. So you need to know how to fire back at them. And the only reason why they keep doing this because in some instances around unlearned people, they got away with it. See, if you're not very well versed in being a Hebrew and you haven't done your homework, yeah, they can come at you like that and you feel like you can't come back at them. But see, once you become a lot more seasoned, they can't come to you with that nonsense and get away with it. You just got to know how to come back at them. Thank you, Nirya, for the super sticker. Thank you. No, I just get tired of that. Look, we are coming to the end of judgment, okay? We don't have time for all of this division. Either you're going to be with your Hebrew brothers and sisters or you're not. That's what it really comes down to. It is not the time for us to be split on things and we can't agree on things. We need to put what is the main goal at the end of the day is the kingdom. That's it. So if that is not your main goal when it's said and done, then I don't know what you're going to do. You know, it's okay to try to give your opinion. It's okay to present what you think is correct, but it is not okay for you to try to put judgment on somebody because they don't agree with you. Now, as much as I don't agree with you, I still didn't sit here and put any judgment on your ass. But you did that to me. And that's where I draw the line. You ain't in no position to put judgment on anyone. You ain't Yahushai and you ain't Yahweh. You ain't in no position to put judgment on a living soul here. Okay, y'all, let's get started. Now, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get True Royal. She was supposed to be here. Maybe she forgot. Let me see if I can get her. Just give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna mute it for a second. Okay. Everybody, I couldn't get her. It just went straight to voicemail. She probably forgot, but that's okay. We can continue on. Queen J, just look in the comment section and you'll see pinned all of my information. If you just scroll down to your comment section, and my Cash App is there too. All right, everybody, we're going to get started. I'm sorry for all of that in the beginning, but I just get so annoyed when I see stuff like that. And if you don't stand up to that kind of stuff, then it's no way for it to stop. I'm just trying to let you know you don't have to take anybody coming at you like that. We all got to learn how to fend off these people when they don't even know what they're talking about. All right. So this is really interesting. And I'm going to provide this calendar that I'm going to show you all that I found of the heavens and the kind of activity that goes on. And actually, because we don't know a lot of what goes on in the heavens, we were never really fully taught. And it's not our fault. Our educational system is still heavily controlled by the Edomites. So, and they want to keep you dumbed down because they're trying to control you and keep you oppressed so that you don't sail right on past them. But I want to just show you this. It is real interesting. Oh, and there's one thing before we even get started, I want to show you too. This is going to blow your mind. This is going to blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. There is now a third strain of coronavirus found in California. And this is not the UK version that we were talking about that's highly contagious. They just examined a patient that came in about a day ago, and this person has a strain that's even different from the UK variant. So right now, technically in the US, there are 3 different strains of coronavirus. So there's a new mutated strain. I found this out this morning and I almost like, damn, what's next? You know, what's next? All right, y'all. Here is the astronomical calendar for 2021. And as you can see, each one of these days, there's actual activity up in the heavens. And here we got moon. Now in February, we have another conjunction between Mercury and Jupiter on the 15th. And this calendar, and you know what I just found out, y'all? The planets actually have a conjunction with the sun. And they have conjunctions with the stars too. I mean, it goes real deep. It goes very deep. And then on the 5th of March, we also have another conjunction of Jupiter and Mars. So, and then starting in April, we have the supermoons. We have a supermoon in April. We got one in May, and we got one in June. We got a supermoon all 3 months. And then we start getting into the eclipse as we approach summer. We have some eclipse that are coming up. So this is a deep ass calendar. Let me tell you, it is definitely something to see. So those of you that are interested and you want to see, because there's like tons of activity. You have the pedigree moon at pedigree on the 3rd. You got the last quarter moon. I mean, the moon descending. I mean, it's like you got the new moon. It is so many things going on. And what I intend on doing with this calendar, every time there's some crazy stuff going on the planet, I'm going to go up to this calendar, pull it up and see what's going on, what kind of activity is happening. So, you know, I'm going to put this in the description box. I'll put it in here too, so you can see it. But I'm going to put it in the description box because it's just so much information. I want you to be able to see it. That's a pretty good calendar. Very interesting. Yes, things are ramping up. You know, they did have the, thank you, Larry, for the super chat. Thank you. They did have that parade, ladies and gentlemen, at the state capitol, but it really wasn't that many people showing up. But they are still threatening to have a big event occur by the time the inauguration come. And we are only, the inauguration is the 20th. So we're not that far away from it at all. So we'll just keep our eyes and ears open to see. Yes, sisters, knit and more. Yes, you got to keep your immune system up. I would not be surprised by the time we get to spring, there's going to be several mutations all at once in the country, because it just seems like that's what's happening now. First, we had the one strain. Now you're talking about 3 different strains of coronavirus. Thank you, Backup Trip 44. Thank you for the super sticker. Yeah. So it is going to be a hell of a year. Look at how 2021 started out, y'all. We were only 6 days in when that insurrection started. So you can imagine how much more worse it's going to get. And we're not even out of the winter, and look at so many things have happened. I mean, and I was watching, y'all, let me tell you what I read last night before I went to sleep. It was saying that the FBI have to vet all of the National Guard troops because it's at the point they can't trust nobody. They cannot trust anybody. So they got to make sure there are no people planted within the National Guard that could potentially harm Joe Biden. So they're at the point, look at what's happening to the House of Esau. The House of Esau can't even trust each other anymore. I look how much they have divided in just a short few days. You know, it's unbelievable. They are so split. Yeah, they're scared that people are going to be within the National Guard that will potentially harm Joe Biden. You know, and I know why they're doing this. They're doing this because they have to come to the realization that those men on that U.S. Capitol Police Force, they can't be trusted. And they had to learn that the hard way. They can't trust each other. So now look at what's happening. You know, look at what's happening. Well, you're right, Tina Ferguson. It is full of white supremacists, but whose fault is that? That's their fault. That's their fault. You know, this is the end result of letting people get away with anything for centuries. Now you don't have no control over them. It's not like you can eyeball people and you know whether you can trust them or not. You don't know. But you know, things they never had to worry about before, they are certainly worried about it now. You notice that they never worried about, they always thought they could trust each other. But now they're seeing they can't. That is something right there. Thank you, Red Star, for the super chat. But see, they're learning what we knew all along. I mean, hey, nobody told the truth like Black people when it came down to the white supremacists. We always spoke the truth. But see, now, if you notice on the news, they are saying things that we were been saying forever now. Now they're getting around calling them domestic terrorists. Weren't we calling them domestic terrorists before? Yes, we were. Okay. All the things we were calling them, we were talking about domestic terror. We been started calling them that, right? Now the mainstream news is just getting around to it. That says a lot. And it's just funny how all of these years and centuries and decades later, they're now getting around to calling the white supremacists what we've been calling them all along. Okay. Can't make it up. And look at what they did to their own. I even watched the footage of them crushing one of those police officers. They were trying to crush a cop to death, and it got caught on tape. So now they got a $50,000 reward to try to catch up to the people that were out there harming the cops. Thank you, Montrose Williams. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Oh, here's Kim. Here's Kim. How you doing, Kim?
Hey, how you doing?
I was trying to call you. You went straight to voicemail. I said, oh, I guess she got caught up in something.
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you about it later.
That's okay. All right. That's all right.
I'll tell you about it later.
We were just talking about. That's all right. Don't you, please. You know I ain't concerned about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Oh, I got into a bit of a heated debate with some Israelites that were on here.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to roll back to the beginning to listen to me.
Oh yes, I must.
It got heated.
Wow.
It's a good thing you weren't here. You don't need to be upset and all that stuff. Got enough on our plate.
Yeah, you think I would have went off, huh?
Oh no, I'm certain you would have.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm certain you would have.
Okay. All right.
So we did. I showed them the calendar. I want to show you this calendar too, and I want to make
Okay.
sure you have a copy of it.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, but go ahead while I'm doing this. Go ahead and tell them about the 7 planets.
Okay. Wait, just give me just a second here. I'm trying to get
Okay, take your time.
myself set up on my my other computer.
Okay,
everything that I had researched. I have
all right.
I have it here. So how far did you get into it, Lisa? Before
Well, I was showing them the calendar. Let me just share my screen so you can see this calendar, because this thing is deep. It's got something like almost every day going on in the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
It is so deep right here. This is the calendar for 2021, and it got each month, January, February. Yes, it's deep when you start. It got the conjunctions. On the 23rd, Saturn is going to be in conjunction with the sun.
Oh, I'd like to get a copy of that.
I'm giving you this. Trust me, I am. And it got everything on here. Mercury in conjunction with Saturn. Venus in conjunction with the moon.
Wow.
In February, you got, of course, the full moon coming up, and you got another conjunction coming up on the 15th, and it's another triple. It's Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn, and then you got in March the same thing on March 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, March 5th, you got Mercury and Jupiter in conjunction with each other. And then starting in April, May, and June, you got the supermoons.
Wow.
A supermoon each month. And then as we start approaching summer, then we start getting into the eclipse, the solar and lunar eclipse. So it's like every single month.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of stuff.
I'm glad that you found that, because when I was doing my research, I was saying to myself, wow, there's a lot of activity in the universe. What the heck is going on?
Thank you. And that's what I was telling everybody before you come. I said, the next time we see these major events going on, now you can go look on this calendar to see what was occurring in the heavens at that same time, or maybe like the day before.
Yeah, it's because the one thing that I didn't do, but I will do and present it later, I want to go back and see how the planets were lined up during 9/11, because remember I was telling you.
Oh, good thing you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
On the bottom, you can go back years.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's even here. So if you want to go ahead and look at 2024, 2025, go back to 2011. You got, this thing is so set up nice. You can go back years, or you can go forward years.
Yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out. I just wanted to see what my father was looking at, because he had told a friend the day before 9/11. He said, man, the way these planets has lined up, something really major gonna happen. And he was like, well, what is it? He said, I can't tell you what it is. I just letting you know that it's gonna be strong. Then this is what I'm saying to the royal family. We got 7 planets lined up, and one of those planets is Mercury. I always talk about the planet Mercury. It's the closest planet to us. We feel the magnetic forces from it. I talk about it till I'm blue in the face. I mean, my husband's mad at me right now because he like, damn, here we go again. Mercury in retrograde, but he know not to play around with it because he didn't had all kind of stuff happen. So he just mad because he always, he always want to go out of town or someplace. We ain't going nowhere and stuff. I cannot emphasize to the royal family that we are in retrograde phase. Even though we are in the staging phase of retrograde, we are in retrograde. And if it wasn't for Lisa, me and her talking yesterday, I didn't even realize that. I was thinking I was being lazy. I'm thinking we was going to start our retrograde phase staging in February. No, we in it. I'm going to because I want to show that, Lisa. Wait just a second here. I got to email it to myself. and I'm still studying about these other planets, because it makes a lot of sense what's going on right now, why people are acting so erratic and everything. One thing is, when it comes to what we're talking about, don't fear it. In fact, let me do it like this. I'll email this to you, and then we can pull it up, because I first want to look at the calendar, Lisa. So I'm going to email, let me see, make sure it's exactly what I want or need, not want, need. Oops, wait a minute. Got caught. But it's a lot of intensity in the universe. And what I'm emailing Lisa, I'm going to also just put the link also down in the description box, so people can have it. And I'm gonna teach y'all how to understand it, because we're using the enemy's calendar, and that's what we're gonna go by. I haven't emailed it to you, Lisa. I'm getting ready to do it right now.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me for being, usually, I'm not tardy and off, but I have a good reason why. Okay. I'm gonna email it to you, Lisa, with no subject.
Okay.
And then we can I can pull it up, and then I can point out some things.
Okay. Now, I did send the calendar that I had on the screen to you. And like I said, I'm going to put it in the description box.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you pull it up, will I be able to control it, or you can control? Are you're only able to control?
Hold on. No, you should be able. Hold on. Let me get it off of the screen. Now, don't you have the ability to share?
Let's see.
You should.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and just share from your machine. We'll be able to see it.
Okay. Okay, I got that one. Let's see. What is this one? What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's right here. Let me put it on the screen. There it is.
Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me stop that, and let me go back, because I didn't see it at first. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull it up. I don't see it.
You don't see it?
Yeah, I'll get it. I know how to get it.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
Okay. All right. Well, while she's doing that, let me see. Let me see if I can get this in the description box for y'all.
Okay, the one that was just sent. Okay, here it is. Okay, let me open that. Okay, I got it. There it is.
Let me see. I gotta go to home.
Okay, now I'll go back to screen share. I should be able to have it now.
Let me see. All right, I got that. And
there it is. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on screen share.
Video.
I just pulled it up. Let me see. Like, I'm operating off of two computers. Oh boy. Let's see here. There we go, right there. See if I see it on the other one.
Okay. Let me see if I'm gonna.
Okay, I don't see it yet. Okay, let me see me go over here. Oh, I have to bring it up like that. Oh, you got to pull it up, Lisa. Go back
Yeah,
to the.
I know. All right.
Okay.
All right. Just give me 1 second. I
Okay.
gotta share my screen anyway. All right.
Mm.
Here it is. Right
Okay.
there.
All right.
Okay. Now, can everybody see this? I just want to make sure everybody can see. Can everybody see the screen? Give me a 1, please. Give me a 1 if you can see the screen.
And I'm actually putting the link in. People can look at it later at their leisure too. But I'm gonna have to show you how to read it. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. All right. Everybody gave 1s.
Okay.
So you can start anytime.
All right. Damn, it looks big. Do I got it? Oh wow. You reduce it down just a little bit. That was too big. 110%. Okay. Now, based on what y'all see here as I scroll up, they're saying the next Mercury retrograde is in 11 days. And then they put the hours and all that in the minutes and the seconds. We're not going by that. So I'm going to continue to scroll up. Okay. And we have pre-retrograde, you see in green, retrograde in red, and post-retrograde in yellow. Okay, as on the enemy's calendar, because that's what we use, and we know that's not the correct calendar, but we're going to go by this. But they even have it wrong, and I discovered it many years ago that when they say retrograde has hit, they'll say retrograde, which is in red. I say that's when it hits direct. Nope. When retrograde stages, that's what it's doing now, it stages from the 14th to the 29th. Then it hits direct from the 30th to the 19th. Then it's post retrograde or descend its energy from the 20th to the 12th. Well, I discovered that from the time it staged to the time it hit direct to the time it descends, the magnetic forces from the planet Mercury, you're feeling it. So don't go by what the enemy say. They don't know what they're talking about with this planet. This planet is not nothing to play with. Take the same attitude with Rona. Just show it respect, but you can use it to your advantage. That's what I have learned about this. I've often said to y'all, and some of y'all have sent me emails, I will not give up anybody's information. I cannot emphasize to y'all, don't go on no long distance trips. If you have to go on a long distance trip, it's all about preparation ahead of time, because sometimes people got to do what they got to do. Whatever your routine is, when you get up and go to work or get up and do anything, whatever you got to do, leave 45 minutes early. I've had people come to me and say, you know what? I did what you said. If I didn't do what you had said, I would have got to work hella late. I seen accidents all the way at work. You gonna see accidents.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see that.
Queen, I got a question. When JFK was assassinated, did you go back to see if we were in retrograde then, November 1963?
You know what? I went to go look, and then I got sidetracked because that was on my mind.
Okay, I was just curious. That's all.
That was ironic that you said that, and I didn't complete the task because I got distracted. Because there are some events that I said what I'm going to do, because I'm going to do a video about it. I'm going to go back in the
I was curious to know what was occurring in the heavens when JFK was shot, and also when Reagan was shot. Were we in retrograde then?
You know what? As I'm explaining this, would you pull those dates up, and then we can look at them too, and I can tell you.
Hold on 1 second. I will just keep talking.
Okay. So again, my royal family, try your best not to go on long distance trips. Break your routine up. If there's something that you have to do that is routine, like go to work, go early. All right. This is the number one that I'm gonna tell y'all. I cannot explain to y'all how serious I am about this. Don't get no dental work doing retrograde. One of my subs emailed me and said that her sister ended up in the hospital over a simple dental procedure. During the retrograde phase, there is a lot of chaos, disorder, and judgment. And communication is the number one. Lisa got into it with some of the Hebrews. That's not surprising. Communication is an issue. People are passionate. I personally went to someone's channel years ago, and he was talking real greasy about the kings and the queens. So I knew that he did not know nothing about planet Mercury, because planet Mercury you can use in your favor. And I argued with him. I argued with him, and he lost the argument. And I mean, I slayed him.
I don't know if I slayed them, but I gave them a run for their money when they were up in here.
So yes, and, you're gonna your appliances might be affected. I can truly tell you, I was talking to Lisa on the phone. My fan went out, my vacuum cleaner went out, my husband blew up a third microwave during retrograde and stuff. Lisa's furnace went out during retrograde. I felt guilty when it happened. I just felt some kind of way. She was on a live stream and then she was gone. And I said, what was going on? And then I called her after the live stream. She said, my furnace is out. It went out during retrograde. In fact, her son, one of those retrogrades, he had to keep rebooting his computer. So it will mess with your electricity. I'm going to guarantee some stuff. I guarantee that you will see a freak accident, car accident. I guarantee that there will be a major power outage, and they are already talking about a power outage that's going to happen in California. They were talking about it last night, and I guarantee you will see a bridge accident. Either the bridge will collapse or something freaky will happen to a bridge. I'm gonna guarantee that, and I rarely guarantee anything. Now, the enemy approaches retrograde with a great deal of fear. Well, they don't respect anything. They don't respect the planet. Well, you can work in harmony with this planet. During the retrograde phase, don't sign no contracts. Don't do no big purchases like houses or cars. My husband didn't listen to me. He bought a used car. The car broke down. He said, okay, I better start listening. This woman knows something and stuff. And I don't have no damn magic powers. I'm tired of people saying that. I don't know I'm not no witch or nothing like that. I don't devolve in anything evil or anything. I'm just telling you something I know and something I have studied. All right. I don't play with that type of stuff. And I'm sick of people saying that about me. I don't mess with stuff like that. So somebody may ask, well, what do I do during the retrograde phase? This is an excellent time to do your spring cleaning. Don't start nothing new. Complete things that you have started. Nothing new. Again, nothing new. If somebody owe you some money, it is a good time to go get your money. One of my subscribers did what I said. She got her money and stuff. Will it actually happen? I can't guarantee that, but all you could do is make an attempt. But one thing that I can tell you, pay attention to what people are doing in the house. Are they going over their old paperwork? Are they cleaning up? Just pay attention to the activity in your household, other people, and you will see how that planet is affecting them. You'll see family members going over old paperwork. You'll see family members doing a deep cleaning in their house. Don't fear this planet. Esau wants you to fear this planet. And the reason why they want you to fear this planet, because they don't have knowledge of deep within me. I feel like we built these planets at the as our Father instructed us to build them. I could be wrong on that, but it's something very deep. Okay, now this is my concern. The month of February, which is always deemed a short month, we got 7 planets lining up. I'm still studying these planets. I'm just going to let y'all know. When you got 7 planets lined up, and then Lisa added some more stuff to it in conjunction with the sun. Okay, now you got all these magnetic forces from all these other planets that's lined up with each other. Something extremely, from the far extreme, mark my words, is going to happen in the month of February. What do I know what it is? Nope. I'm just like the rest of y'all. I'm sitting on the sidelines looking too. But don't live in fear of this stuff. It's all about just respecting it. That's wow, I'm reading y'all comments. Oh wow. I am reading y'all comments. Now, think about this, my royal family. When Rona hit during retrograde. In that in
That's right. Joseph Lopez, Aquarius. Aquarius is our rise and Esau's fall. That's the age we're in now. That's why you're seeing everything fall apart for him. It's going to continue to fall apart. I mean, just what you're telling us, this is such a roadmap into 2021 and what it's going to be like. I mean, if we did not see all the things that we have, this is just really showing us Esau is badly divided. I was looking at an article today talking about they are trying to figure out ways to bring the party back together. The Republicans are literally feuding. They are so far apart, it's not even funny. And you're talking about we're in retrograde.
Yeah, we're in retrograde. It doesn't matter if it's staging. The effects of it is tearing their tail up. And I truly feel like how they got it lined up here on their calendar, that the effects of it is even felt even further back, because that planet is moving the whole time. And look at all the chaos and disorder and judgment that have been going on since the 6th. And stuff. Okay, Trump is getting ready to mess up even more. And I know y'all saying, how the hell could Trump mess up more? Well, Trump don't respect these planets. He don't know nothing about these planets. So he gonna continue to fall in the pit right along with his other folks and stuff.
I mean, look, the queen is right. Look, we heavily dependent on the stars and the moon to even plant our crops, y'all. The heavens are a very important part of our lives. When you go in there, we didn't have no watch on our arm. We went according to how that sky looked, and that would tell you when to harvest. It would tell you when to plant, when to sow the ground. It told you. I mean, that's how we read everything and knew what to do on Earth. So how in the hell should we now ignore what we see and what we know and just act like, we just go on like none of it matters? It does matter. I'm glad we're going over this. It does matter.
Yeah, it does. I'm so glad, because I never talked about retrograde on your channel too. So that's able to, because you got way more subscribers than me.
Remember that. We didn't wear watches. We didn't have calendars hanging on the wall. We went according to the sky.
Or we did that. We could, because I do it. I used to do it all the time when I used to work. I used to just, I would, because I wouldn't wear a watch purposely, and I would do the sundial. I just, just take my finger and put a circle in the dirt, and I would take 2 sticks and stick it in the middle, and you could clearly see the shadow of what time it is. It was amazing. That was fun to do
we
that.
didn't need all this stuff. Esau need a watch on his hand. We just became accustomed to doing that. But technically, we never needed that stuff. We were so advanced, we didn't need it.
Okay, this is something I want y'all to keep in mind. Expect things to happen abrupt. Expect delays. And what I have learned, also, the few times I'm out and about, like if I'm at the grocery store, listen to what people are saying. They're going to be like, wow, my lights were shut off last night. Oh, my computer broke down. Wow, the people at work, they were having a fight in the office and stuff like that. Or out of nowhere, A, B, D, and C happened. What I've learned about that is that when I hear that, or I know what's going on, I feel like I'm in harmony with the planet. So I purposely will do extra spring cleaning, different things they encourage you to do. If you are a creative person, if you're into like music or art or poetry or whatever your thing is, your creative juices seem to flow even more so during that time, because anybody that write anything, sometimes you get writer's block and it just seems to work. But if you are having an argument, you got just slow down and think, oh, wait a minute, that's planet Mercury. It may be somebody you don't want to argue with and stuff, but you may want to argue with someone because they're not going to win the argument, because most people don't believe what I'm saying. Most people don't believe that those planets don't affect them and everything. And I get a lot of emails. Lisa, you remember when I first started putting out about retrograde? Back then, you didn't even have a channel. People was laughing at me about it. Now I got people literally emailing me, when is retrograde? When is retrograde?
Yeah.
And everything. And I didn't care if they laughed over time. I said, over time.
Yeah.
Over time, they will realize, this is real. But you know what's amazing? See how our father work on our calendar, that Enoch calendar that you send me.
Mm-hmm.
The first of our year, again, 2 times in a row, falls on the 17th. We're totally out of retrograde.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got the dates.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So JFK, date of assassination, November 22nd, 1963. And you know what? My father was born November 23rd.
Based on what I'm looking at, no, he didn't die during retrograde.
Ronald Reagan, June 5th, 2004.
Yes, he got shot. He got shot during retrograde.
Okay.
I remember where I was. I was, I think in my first year of high school or something.
Uh-huh.
I remember where I was during that time.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he did get shot during retrograde.
Oh.
And what about Martin Luther King? Did you get that one?
No. I didn't know you wanted that one. Hold on.
Yeah.
I know he was in April.
Remember this? Yeah, I'm glad somebody put up the Farmer's Almanac that a black man put together.
Black man put that together. Sure did.
Remember
April 4th, 1968.
No. It didn't affect him.
Okay.
Remember this, my royal family. What was the first thing that the enemy took from us? Do anybody know? The first thing they took from us is our science. Because like Lisa said, we didn't have no watch, but she taught me. She was looking at my granddaughter's eyes on a picture, and my granddaughter's got these big eyes, real intense. And she said we literally could just look out into the universe. We could see those planets and everything. We didn't need no telescope. You hear about the Dogon. They still have the ability to do it. I know if it wasn't for the royal family, like I said, when I came here, I said, I know I'm saying things wrong. I know I'm doing some things wrong. So I'm here to learn, and I'm still here to learn. I have the ability to look at the sun now. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have been looking at the sun. And we know that the sun, I hope we know that the sun is black. It is carbon black. I did a video about it a long time ago. The video is still up. Maybe I need to refresh it and do it again. The sun is black. We can look at that sun. That sun will not harm us.
My goodness. Black Beauty, you know what? My mother used to do that. And we're not from the Caribbean. She said, even when you clip your hair ends, you go by the moon. Do you know my mother used to do that?
What? I never heard of that.
Yeah. Like if I had to get my hair trimmed, she would look out at the moon. And it was always determined on, what stage the moon was in. And I was like, that's weird, Mom. And then her Black Beauty always just put that in. I was like, oh my goodness. Wow. I didn't know anybody else that did that.
Wow. I wish Video 99 was here. He loves this stuff.
He was here.
He was here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah. I don't know if he left, but he was
yeah,
here.
yeah, he loves this stuff. I'm just reading some of the comments. Sun gaze. Yeah. Farrakhan just recently encouraged us to sun gaze even more with this with because of coronavirus, and we're getting that natural vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa did let us know the other day that we take these supplements, but we still have to let our bodies rest and just like take a whole week off to flush that stuff out of our system. But when it comes to sun gazing, you can't get enough sun gazing.
Now, y'all, I said I was going to put the calendar in the description box. If you don't know where the description box is, if you see my picture, just look below the picture, and that is the link to the calendar that I showed you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the description box right here. Because people, I don't care how many times I show it, people still won't know where it is. So the best way to remember is look where my picture is, and then you will see the link.
So somebody asked, what happens when you look at the sun? Some people have told me when they look at the sun, they eventually see the black sun. The sun is literally carbon black, and you can research it yourself. These things that I'm talking about, I always encourage people to research it themselves. I'm still learning, and this is something where I kick myself at because I depended so heavily on my father to let me know when it was retrograde, and I had to apply myself. But see, my dad knew about the other planets too, and that's where I'm not really good at. So I'm studying. Video 99 is helping me because he's pretty good at it too. But like I said, we shall see what's gonna happen in February, because that's a lot of magnetic forces lining up. And based on what I'm seeing, I don't see too much activity around us. I get the energy of us being laid back. We've been abused so much, and they have tried to incite, terror in us so much. It's like, what else can you do to us? And they are the one that are reacting and then going against the grain, going against a planet. How are you going to fight a planet? The magnetic forces of a planet. Okay, now how you going to fight 7 planets? And Mercury is right up in that joint, lined up with the rest of them. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. I just know it's intense. And it's a lot of intensity around Esau and stuff. As you get older, like if you're in a relationship, you learn not how to argue so much. You know what's coming. Maybe you say what you got to say and keep it moving, or you just avoid a argument. You should mature in your relationships, or just, and I'm not just saying your personal relationships, just friendships too as well. You feel that tension. I just let it go. I learn how to let it go. Sometimes, I'm not saying just to be docile. Sometimes you got to stick it to a person too and stuff. But what I'm picking up from Esau, they reactionary to everything. So if you wanted to, you could really, because planet Mercury will work in harmony with you. You could really just slay them if you wanted to. But they are going crazy. I'm watching them, and many of us is watching them go crazy.
Queen, there's something critical I got to show you. Let me just share my screen. I'm glad you're talking because you're kind of reminding me. Mm-hmm. Do you know they found a 3rd strain of coronavirus in California?
No, I didn't know.
This is different from the UK strain and the original strain that we have. There's now a 3rd strain found in the US.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And what, retrograde?
Mm-hmm.
When it's found?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And the intensity around it. And Esau, fear Rona. And there's no need to fear Rona. I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. Our Father put everything here on this planet to cure you. All right? So if you want to get the link to what I have, Lisa have it too, but just send it to me, because don't bombard Lisa with that. Send it to me. I will send y'all the link. And this stuff is not expensive. But how I look at it, the love that I have for my family in this house, I spare no expense getting those damn supplements, and having things on deck. If we happen to get Rona, we taking things to prevent getting Rona, but you got to know how to appropriate your funds. And that's something that that's a number one. My family has thanked me repeatedly, because there's a smorgasbord in my second refrigerator of what you can take. I take it, and I know Lisa do too. We take it extremely serious. We may find out something new that you can take. 9 times out of 10, me and Lisa got it. And these also are preventative things. So they want you. See, you got to separate. See, the thing is, we have to separate our energy from them. See, they want us to celebrate Christmas when they celebrate Christmas and all that, them holidays. Then when they get upset, they want you to get upset and all of that. No. That's your own shit. You know, go on about your. I'm not mixing my energy with you. I'm not selling no holidays with you. So it was easy for me when Lisa said this is our New Year March. I was like, ooh, I just dropped that energy. I'll put my email in there. Don't worry. I just dropped that energy instantly. So we're not meshing our energy with Esau. They want you to fear when they fear. You on your own with that shit. You created that problem. You didn't have ample time to do right by us. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over because I have put the prayer out around my family and it has worked. And we should continue to do this. Anybody to even think, they don't even have to execute doing anything to anybody in our family. It's not going to be a good turnout for you. We have to start putting these things out to have that added protection around us. And there's been 2 occasions where somebody wanted to come to us with some foul stuff and they didn't make it to the house. They did not make it to the house, you know. So let me put my email here. I will be doing a retrograde video like I always do on my channel. It might be a different twist because I'm still studying with these 7 planets lined up. That's the part that's just like making me like, wow. And I know it's going to happen in their world, you know. But always remember, because they want you to have they want you to fear stuff. See, Esau fear things that they don't know or what they cannot conquer. You know, these fools, if they could, they would eliminate the sun. If they could blow it up, block it, and all of that, that ain't gonna happen. So, you know, they'll tell us we can't look at the sun. You can look at the sun. You got melanin in your eyes. You can look at it. You're not gonna go blind. It takes a while. It's a practice when you do it, but you can truly do it. So let me see. Let me put my email in here. Oops, capital. I know I probably sent out over 30 links after that last live stream I was on with you, Lisa. Okay. All right, there is my email, and I can send you all the links to the list of what we are taking to not get corona, or if we get it, how to eradicate it immediately. There's no need to fear these things. Yes, the sun is black. I was just saying that. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, we need the sun gaze. You know, soak it all up. Well, one thing we do know that Lisa was right about, Rona is year round. I mean, Rona has overshadowed the flu season. I ain't even took the time to even look up the flu season.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? Now, when I read an article, it said that there's less flu this year. I don't believe it's less flu. Mm-hmm. I think people are just too petrified to go to the hospital now when they get a bad case of flu. They're just toughing it out at home. And because of that, because who wants to go to a hospital? Let's be real.
Ooh, hell no.
Who the hell wants to go to a hospital? And I think a lot of the people that got the flu, they are staying away from the hospital. So being that they're not counting as much, they think it's not as much. And I really don't think so. I think it's still as much flu in the country.
Yeah, Rona. Yeah, yeah. Where you're coming from? Yeah, people fear going to the hospital.
They're just scared.
Yeah, somebody said I feel like the hospital is taking people. I feel like that happened with my ex-husband because it wasn't he had nobody there, nobody. His daughter was out of state. They was talking to his brother up here in California. It was like, shit, you on your own. You don't have nobody. You don't have no advocate for you or anything. But we wasn't surprised because he didn't take care of himself and stuff. But there will be more from me. Y'all got to give me time to study because I got to study each planet and the effects on us from each planet.
Yeah.
But just keep in mind, something is going down in February.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of big things going down in 2021. I just get that feeling. These folks they are expecting this whole thing to turn around because of that vaccine by summer. I think summer is going to be far more misery than what we're looking at now, at least for them.
See, Lisa,
not for us, but for them.
Lisa, you like my husband, because I cringe sometimes when you say stuff, and y'all two have the ability to predict stuff way, way in advance. And I mean, it's a lot of people in the royal family, and everything that you said to me when Rona hit came true. And even some of the videos you were doing, you were saying, watch, people going to start retiring real early and all. And I'm like, damn, she got that ability too, as well.
All right, y'all. Just again, look for the calendar in the description box and just be on the lookout for True Royals video that's upcoming. And also, Rosalind, you had sent me an email about the Lincoln statue. I did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. You can go in and find it and watch it. I did talk about that statue being removed. Maybe you just missed it. So, go ahead.
I wanted to say one more thing before you sign out. Let's keep this in mind. Our Father wanted us always to be separate, and we were disobedient. We wasn't being separate. So he put something in place, because you got to look at the blessings. See, Esau wants you to look at all doom and gloom. Look at the blessings of Rona. And one thing across the board, we may disagree with a lot of stuff, but one thing across the board with Black folks that I've seen when it comes to anything dealing with medical issues or stuff like that, we get kind of spooked around that a little bit. So he put Rona in place. All right. So we're separated. And like Lisa said, the separation is going to stay. Rona is going to stay. Look at the blessings of Rona. Look at what's going on with Esau right now as we speak. What if Rona was not in place and we would have been caught up in the crossfire? Because they trying everything they can right now. When I was reading, trying to find some Black person that they can intertwine in what went down at the state capitol. I mean, they got this brother who just film stuff. Okay, they arrest him for filming people storming the Capitol. Well, they didn't arrest the white boy who filmed what I showed yesterday on my channel. He worked for the New Yorker and stuff. So that is a blessing. That is a blessing that we're not exchanging our energy, and we already know. Keep this in mind. I said everything that we would see in biblical proportions. I said this 4 years ago. Well, we seeing things happen in biblical proportions and stuff, and we got sense enough to know them fools was running around without masks and stuff. This week, probably at the end of this week, we're gonna start hearing about some of them people that was up there had no business being up there. Rona gonna tear a lining out of their ass. Watch. Just watch. That's all I got to say.
So y'all, we'll just keep you, up to date on what's going on. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. We're online. We're not an army that can come together and fight, but we can keep you informed online. That is what we do. All right. So, all we can do is our best with what we have. We got a lot to work with, as far as herbs and supplements and stuff. So we work with what we got. And don't worry about having everything. It's impossible to have everything at your disposal, but what you do have, work with that.
Yeah, work with that. And I'm gonna put out, like I put out always, the donations that y'all send. I've been sending out supplements to people that really, really cannot afford it. And most of the people I'm sending it out to is they have a few children and stuff. And this is ongoing. So I appreciate that $1 and $5, because I just ask people to send me $1 or $5. You'd be amazed how far that go. Because there's people that, they worry about their babies, and the stuff that we take in, our children can take, because the stuff that we take in comes from the planet, just from the planet, or just from different foods or different things like that. I'm not going to give up anything because I'm not putting it out in the open. Esau got to look up their own shit. They love to sit back in the cut and things like that. So and I would ask y'all, the people that I send stuff to, I don't want it out. I like to keep that kind of stuff private. I'm not the kind of person that give and say, look what I did. It's not for that. I don't even want the accolades or anything for it. I don't want it. I'm not good at receiving things like that. I'm just letting you know, I'm not a good gift receiver at all, but I am concerned about my folks. So I will put the email in, because there's some people that can't get that damn supplement. And with those donations, I've been able to send out a lot of supplements to our folks. And the people that are getting the supplements, don't sit up there and run out and say, oh, I need it. When you're getting a little bit low, let me know, so it can overlap and everything.
In fact, when you get halfway through the bottle, say something, because think about the days it may take to get to you. So when you halfway, that's how I always judge it. When I'm halfway through, it's time to order.
And somebody said, well, how can you tell if the person is playing games or not? That's just the chance I have to take. They'll get the karma of, if they sitting there thinking they getting over because I'm sending out supplements. I did catch one person. I really did. The guy was telling me to get him some masks, and he said he was gonna take them and flip them and sell them. I was cracking up. Oh my goodness! Oh, that tickled me. Yeah.
We always got those that will try you. Never fail.
It's not gonna stop me.
No, you can't. You can't let one person spoil everything. No, we just can't allow that.
I've even had people say, I don't need you to get it anymore. I got a job, blah, blah, blah. Pass it on to the next person. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, True Royal, for coming. And y'all, I know we started out heated.
I can't wait later on to go back and listen.
We're ending calm. That's how we're going to end. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Please enjoy the rest of your evening wherever you are. I want y'all to notice the days are longer. You notice they're getting longer again. Actually, the days start getting longer the day after Christmas, the 26th. You start getting a few extra minutes each day on, as the days and weeks roll by. And if you notice, we're not dark at 4:30 anymore. And now we're getting almost an extra hour of daylight. So it'll be even longer when we get to February. So wherever you are, enjoy the rest of your evening. Love you all. I enjoy this time we spend together very much. And we'll be doing this again with a different topic. Shalom, family.